Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Welcome to a journey into one of the pillars of Stoicism, detachment, the art of not caring and letting go. Stoicism is a practical philosophy designed not for abstract discussions, but for concrete application in our daily lives. It doesn't shy away from life's hardships. Instead, it equips us to navigate them with grace and poise. It's about transforming our perspective, turning obstacles into opportunities, and finding serenity amidst chaos. How does one achieve this transformation? With detachment from people and situations, one pivotal Stoic practice. Because Stoicism isn't merely about enduring life's hardships, but thriving amidst them. Now, delve into one of this core tenet of detachment. But remember, this is not just a passive viewing experience, it's an interactive experience. We invite you to actively participate, sharing your perspectives. Stay with us to the end, as this journey promises not just knowledge, but an opportunity for deep self-reflection and transformation. Let's begin. Detachment in the Stoic philosophy doesn't mean an absence of emotions, but rather the mastery of them. Embarking on a journey through the labyrinth of Stoicism, we uncover the concept of detachment, a cornerstone that holds the entire philosophy together. Detachment, as understood by Stoics, is not about being devoid of emotions or turning into a cold, unfeeling automaton. Rather, it is about learning to master our emotions, to tame the tumultuous seas within us, and navigate life with a steady hand. Detachment, in this context, is a state of mindful awareness. It's about recognizing that we are not our emotions, and that we have the power to choose how we respond to them. It's about observing our feelings without letting them sway our judgment or dictate our actions. Now you might be wondering, doesn't this mean that I should become indifferent to everything around me? Not quite. Stoic detachment is not about indifference, but about discernment. It's about understanding what is within our control and what is not, and focusing our energy on the former. Take, for instance, our relationships with others. While we can control our actions and reactions, we can't control how other people behave or how they feel about us. Stoic detachment involves accepting this reality and not allowing our peace of mind to be disturbed by things outside our control. The same principle applies to situations. We may find ourselves in challenging circumstances that we have no control over. Stoic detachment encourages us to focus on our response to the situation rather than the situation itself. It's about maintaining our equilibrium, even when the ground beneath us is shaking. But let's clear a common misconception. Detachment is not about turning our back on the world or living in a bubble of isolation. It's about engaging with the world in a more mindful, measured way. It's about not being overly attached to things, people or situations that are transient, and ultimately, beyond our control. Detachment isn't about indifference, but about developing a healthy emotional balance. In the grand theatre of life, Stoic detachment is the art of being an impassioned observer, rather than a puppet swayed by every gust of emotion. It's about maintaining our inner peace, regardless of the storms that rage outside. The Stoics believed that by mastering detachment, we could achieve a state of tranquility and resilience. This ancient philosophy offers a timeless wisdom, a beacon of light in our modern, fast-paced world, brimming with expectations and distractions. Now, you might be wondering, what does it mean to achieve tranquility and resilience through Stoic detachment? Well, to put it simply, it means cultivating a sense of calm and strength that is independent of external circumstances. It's about maintaining a steady state of mind, even when life's winds are blowing at gale force. One of the most profound benefits of Stoic detachment is reduced anxiety. When we detach from outcomes, we release the grip of worry. We stop fretting over things we cannot control, and instead, focus our energy on what we can influence. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them." By changing our perspective, we can shift from a state of anxiety to one of tranquility. Another benefit is increased resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, successes and failures. Stoic detachment allows us to navigate these waves with grace. We learn to accept setbacks as part of the process, not as personal failures. This builds our capacity to bounce back from adversity and helps us remain steadfast in the face of challenges. And let's not forget about improved decision-making. When we're emotionally entangled, our judgment can become clouded. Stoic detachment offers the clarity we need to make sound decisions. By stepping back, we can see the bigger picture, weigh our options objectively, and make choices that align with our core values. Consider the legendary Stoic emperor, Marcus Aurelius. His reign was marked by wisdom and discernment, even amidst the chaos and turbulence of his time. His secret? A deep practice of Stoic detachment. So whether it's reducing anxiety, fostering resilience, or improving decision-making, the benefits of Stoic detachment are both profound and far-reaching. It's a philosophy not just for the ancients, but for anyone seeking a more balanced and peaceful life. By practicing detachment, we can navigate life's storms with grace and serenity. Now you might wonder, how can one practice Stoic detachment? Well, the path to Stoic detachment is not a mysterious one. It involves simple, practical steps that anyone can take. Let's dive into these techniques, shall we? The first step is mindfulness. Now, what is mindfulness? It's the practice of being fully present in the moment, of being aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. When we're mindful, we're not lost in the past or the future, but anchored solidly in the here and now. This is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that most of our distress comes not from the events of our lives, but from our judgments about them. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. We learn to see them as passing phenomena, not as defining truths. This creates space for detachment. The second step is reflective journaling. This is a powerful tool for self-discovery and self-improvement. By writing about our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, we can gain deeper insights into ourselves. We can see patterns in our thoughts and behaviors that we might have missed otherwise. Reflective journaling can help us understand why we react to certain situations the way we do and identify areas where we need to grow. It's like holding up a mirror to our inner selves, allowing us to see clearly what's there. And once we see, we can begin to detach. The third step is cognitive distancing. This is the practice of creating psychological distance between ourselves and our thoughts. Instead of identifying with our thoughts and feelings, we learn to see them as separate from us. We might think, I'm having the thought that I'm not good enough, instead of I'm not good enough. This subtle shift in perspective can make a world of difference. It allows us to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. It's like watching a movie. We can be fully engaged with the story, yet still aware that it's just a movie. This is the essence of Stoic detachment. Each of these steps, mindfulness, reflective journaling, and cognitive distancing, contribute to the mastery of detachment in their own unique ways. They help us to break free from the chains of our thoughts and feelings, to see them for what they truly are. Transient, ever-changing, and not defining of our true selves. So, start practicing these techniques today. Start small, with just a few minutes of mindfulness, a line or two of journaling, a single instance of cognitive distancing. Over time, you'll find that these practices become second nature. You'll find that you're more at peace, more resilient, and more in control of your inner world. Remember, Stoicism is a practice. The more you exercise these techniques, the more proficient you become at detachment. So keep practicing, keep exploring, and keep growing. The path to Stoic detachment is a journey, not a destination. And every step you take brings you closer to the peace and freedom that come with true detachment. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. And this is the essence of Stoic detachment. It's about acknowledging the power we hold over our own minds, our own emotions, and our own reactions. It's about understanding that our perspective, our reactions, and our emotions are under our control, even when the world outside us is not. Today we've traveled together through the corridors of Stoicism, delving into the concept of detachment. We've learned that it's not about becoming cold or indifferent, but about cultivating a calm and resilient mind. It's about learning to navigate life's storms with grace and finding tranquility in the midst of chaos. We've also explored the benefits of practicing Stoic detachment. It's not just about peace of mind, it's about resilience, about growing stronger in the face of adversity. It's about developing a deeper understanding of ourselves and our emotions, about learning to remain steady when the world around us is in turmoil. Then, we looked at practical steps to practice Stoic detachment. We've learned that it begins with self-awareness. with understanding our own emotional responses. It involves observing our reactions, questioning them, and choosing a more balanced, more resilient response. It's about practicing mindfulness, about cultivating the habit of pausing before reacting. And now we've reached the conclusion of our journey, but not the end of our exploration. We encourage you to take the wisdom you've gleaned and apply it in your daily life. Practice Stoic detachment in the small moments, and watch as it transforms your larger experiences. Remember, the goal is not to suppress emotions, but to manage them effectively, leading to a more resilient and tranquil life.